Hello dear viewer to the Psychology Nerd channel. Before we start, if you like our content, consider to subscribe and leave a like. If you are someone new to the MBTI, learning about your type can be an illuminating and revelatory experience. But even after taking a MBTI assessment, some people after reading about their Myers-Briggs type, may doubt whether their test result is accurate. This is probably due mostly to the concern over the authenticity of one's responses to various questions, and whether those responses are subject to change from time to time. Some may feel their preferences straddle the fence and could tip in either direction depending on circumstances and context. Deciding which predilection is the truest and strongest representation of who you are can be tough. This seems especially true of INTPs, a type that is prone to second-guess and over-analyze because they above all want the conclusions they draw to be valid and accurate. Are you an INTP who's not sure if you're really an INTP? Or maybe an ISTP or INFP who thinks they might be one? Want to know how to identify an INTP? Here is a frivolous checklist of signs to help you tell if you're a true INTP, aka absent-minded professor according to Reddit. 1. You take forever to make up your mind, but once you do, you stick with it. Until it doesn't work anymore. 2. You don't get people, and people don't get you. You will be totally comfortable living on an isolate island. 3. You start a lot of projects that never get completed. 4. People think you argue because you have to be right, but arguing is just a part of your learning process and your quest to get at the truth. 5. You have a relentless fear of failure. 6. You procrastinate and postpone decisions due to a fear of missing an important piece of the puzzle or overlooking a better option. 7. You like to play devil's advocate and argue a viewpoint you don't necessarily believe in just to see where it takes you. 8. You feel the need to keep checking if you are really an INTP. 9. You manage to offend others in ways you never intended or viewed as being offensive. 10. You consider others' opinions but trust your own insights above all others. 11. You do not draw attention to yourself and tend to be taciturn, but when someone broaches a topic in which you are deeply interested, you can be very talkative. 12. Though you have compassion and ethical principles, you do not wear your heart on your sleeve and tend to ignore or repress feelings from influencing most of your decisions. 13. You are always questioning and second-guessing what you truly believe. 14. You know how hilarious you can be but find that a lot of people don't get your sense of humor. Nobody finds you funny but yourself, and despite this, you are always trying to make clever jokes that no one gets. 15. In your mind, you often revisit arguments you've had in the past and analyze them to sharpen your reasoning and your ability to debate more effectively. 16. You wear the same set of clothing for many days in a row. Wearing more or less identical clothing every day, varying only in minor details or color. 17. People you truly resonate with or find interesting are few and far between, and so when you do find one, you want to catch them and keep them in a pokeball all to yourself. 18. Sometimes you analyze and over-analyze and never make a move because you experience analysis paralysis. 19. You indulge in, and are quite renowned among friends for, making completely random, yet very accurate observations. 20. Your sarcasm and your sincerity sound identical. 21. You get asked, "Are you okay?" a lot when you're out in public, sometimes from complete strangers, when you're completely fine, having a good time, even. 22. You're walking and thinking and then people start looking at you weird. It is then that you notice that you're making weird faces while silently talking to yourself. 23. You're constantly stuck between, "I want to learn all the things," and, "Why even bother, it's not like anything matters anyway." 24. You have to check yourself in the mirror before leaving the house because you're most likely wearing something backwards and or inside out. 25. Sometimes you come up with something that you think is exactly how you wanted to put it, but people just get more confused, despite how simple it seems to you. 26. You refuse to do something that conflicts with your intellectual principles. 27. You can give logical justification for every action you've ever taken. 28. When asked a stupid question, you must give a stupid answer. 29. You spend too much time writing and rewriting something, so that it is as clear as possible, just to have people say it's excessively long-winded for such a simple concept. 30. You struggle to complete personality tests because the questions are not specific enough. What do you think? Leave us your opinion in the comment section below. We would like to know your point of view.